right on the Brazilian Crusaders, and that is 2 just torn down off of that motorcycle.
Man, C9 with a great pick here. In the PKL, they call this the God position over in this part. You have so much cover, you have so much vision, you can control those fields pretty much 360 around you. So Envy here trying to claim this very prized real estate.
Cloud9 is actually running a 2-2 split, and you can see down to the south for just a second. They were taking a couple of shots onto Envy from a different angle. So Envy does have the 3-man that they're trying to make their way forward with it. Nerf's going for a peek back and forth, but K-Mine, look, he's being very, very sneaky, playing down the really towards the bottom of that hill, trying to creep back around onto it. But look, it's our friends from before. Ince looks like they want to participate inside of this. Moody went for the shot, but hits the wrong seat, and it's going to be Mika's taking a little bit of damage, but now Envy's starting to regroup, starting to realize, okay, this might be a little bit hot as Profi gets the connection onto Taro.
Yeah, C9 with a nice split here to cover the angles from the south, getting the knock onto a member of Envy. We'll see if C9 opts to push this. Some grenades coming in. That one didn't quite connect from Nerf. Looks like he wants to think about throwing another one. Here it comes. Will it manage to land on a member of Envy? Oh, it just bounces too far.
So now we've got Patcaps that really wants to go back for the res, but has really stalled it out. If the other members of Cloud9 decide to step up into this, it could be very, very bad for Envy. They lost one on that really random motorcycle off the beginning of this, so they're already fighting a man down. Taro does get rezzed, but meanwhile, this whole fight's going on. Ince is just repositioning around this, as well as Force. These guys are really just caught up in fighting with each other now, but it's going to be MP5 taking a couple of shots at Cloud9 as they're going for their reposition.
Yeah, Cloud9 here with a 2-2 split, but now 2 other teams are rolling up onto these positions. Lopes. They heard the shots. They want the kills. Miss You trying to find an angle into these buildings. Lobes here trying to come up the hill, trying to get the rip on the Miss You. Some damage done, but now he's cooking the grenade to see if he can finish it.
Gonna throw it back up and probably go just a touch too far. Miss You takes a little bit of damage onto it, but now everybody from NP5 very aware that there is a member right in front of them. We still have the continuation of Envy fighting over with Cloud9, but Force wants to get involved. Gonna go ahead and snag up that kill onto K-Mine. Nice positioning coming out from them, but Ince looking back down towards Crystal Luster. Nice shots coming out from them. That's going to be Long taking a lot of damage, but does manage to get down Trafili. Mikas is looking on this other angle for it, just trying to make sure that he keeps them down and suppressed. Long in a very difficult position right now. As you can see, one of the members of Ince is trying to sneak up back behind him, and yep, that's going to be Squeaky just walking up and getting the down. Everybody slowly making their way into where they think is the best place for them to hide at. Force, look at this. They got forced out by Rangers a second ago down to the south. Now reposition all the way out and around them towards the north. Envy in a lot of trouble as they still have to make their way over towards the safe zone, and it's 17 of all teams. These guys have been on fire today. We have seen them hit some crazy shots. Envy got a lot of work to try to make that last couple of meters into the safety.
Yeah, there are a lot of smokes coming down here for Envy, being forced to use a lot of utility, losing a lot of their gear on the way in as well. They have been fighting for practically the whole match. So now they're trying to rotate away from 17, but 17, you can see them at the top of the circle. They are looking to hunt down Envy.
Ince going for a reposition on the side of this. A lot of these guys just trying to fight around it. We talked about a lot of fields. Keep in mind, we do have Corey that's in play, but where we're seeing Windstrike reposition from, that's got that field back behind him. OMG is just right up next to them, as well as we've got Incognito getting caught up into a little bit of a fight. Grenade's going to roll down right over there next to Lion KK. He takes a little bit of damage, does not go down. Cloud trying to come up and rejoin this fight, but Shu just has a bead back over towards Moody and going to take him down. Now just one member up for Envy, and that's going to be Patcaps, as we're going to see a little bit of a res trying to come out from 17 Gaming. They know where one member is, but Cloud9 seems to hear this. Are they going to choose a third party? Is it going to take down Patcaps? And there we go. Finally, 17 manages to pick it up, and they are just absolutely fragging out.
My goodness. 17 Gaming. It looks like they can just take any fight they want and win it today. They just feel unstoppable. Their shots are landing, their grenades are landing, their positions are quite good early on. They haven't found a way to really finish a game out yet, but that doesn't seem to matter. There's a lot of field in it, so not a lot of teams are really interested in trying to take that part. Sato here just avoiding these shots from RDK, the last member standing here from Arrow Wolves 1, looking to take a little bit more damage onto him with that M16, and he does get it, and that will be the Blue Bees eliminated in 14th.
Everybody else is playing squads right now, and RDK is just playing solo. No matter where we go, Incognito's walking back up over here, and it's going to be NP5 getting eliminated, so they get control over a very nice bit of the map. They have a lot of good sight lines from this position, but no one's really around them at the time. You can see OMG running that, I guess, 2-1 split, but I don't think it's intentional. Zhao Hai's just kind of trapped back over there, but Force sneaking into the circle. Gonna get over around Quarry right now.
Yeah, Force here, it looks like there's a crate dropping down over by Ents, right in the middle of them. We'll see if they're able to pick up that utility. Mental, in the meantime, trying to land some shots onto Aerowolf 7, and Shura completely caught out in the open here. Can he confirm the kill? So much damage done, and yes, it will be Mental finish. Oh no, I'm sorry, Teme finished that.
Just go ahead and take that 3 point sitting out in front of you as Rangers are now walking right up next to AW7. Godly's taken a lot of damage. Last member up, and now Aerowolf 7 is eliminated in 12th place. Nice job on separating out.
Yeah, here we go. The next circle hard shifts north. If you're a 17 gaming fan, you can hear it.
Yeah, the audience kind of like that circle. 17 getting themselves a little bit of circle favor, but here we go. We've got Force slowly making their way up, but Waikakamukau gets a nice down onto Kale as he's just repositioning through this. Incognito really just caught up into a huge fight with Force on this angle. Gonna be a lot of damage dealt out as Force is gonna have to just crawl back over and forward. You can see Indigo's up towards the top, but two members of Incognito just playing this low ground, unrelenting, not letting him make his way down. The problem with this is the longer that Incognito manages to survive, if he manages to get these reses up, that's just going to stall Incognito as well, and there's OMG right on the edge of the circle that can take shots at whoever wins this.
Yeah, and in fact, I'm seeing some shots coming out from Windstrike towards Entis Force as well. You saw them taking a little bit of damage. That was actually Windstrike taking some pot shots into that smoke. Looks like Ent trying to move up towards AHQ here. Rustamar with that 249 and that long range scope, trying to get some shots in. He's going to have to reload there. Windstrike in the meantime getting some knocks and kills in the background. AHQ getting kind of torn apart here. Windstrike trying to prevent Entis Force from coming down the hill.
I like the fact that Incognito realized the fact the longer they stay there for Indigo, it's just not going to pay off for them. Instead, they're just going to allow Windstrike to do all of their work. So now they have a fairly easy path. Really, they just have AHQ and a couple of members sitting over there. Windstrike now needs to go for a reposition on the other angle from this. You can see AHQ is just watching Ints right now. They know that they still need to make it forward about another 20 or 30 members. Looking at Brazilian Crusaders on the one side, but 17 just looks back over at Cloud9 and says, no, you don't get to make it inside this safe zone.
My goodness, 17 continuing to just dismantle teams. Here comes Mental, though. It looks like the OP Gaming Rangers might want to try to take advantage of that situation. We'll see SR here taking a bit of a bird bath in the pond as he looks on to end.
They don't see him. Mikasa's shooting over his head on from a different angle right now, I think. You can see he's back over towards the left. Yeah, he's taking shots over at Incognito, and finally it's going to be SR coming alive. And it's like, ha, we were caught in a fight for a long time. Finally, I get one of you down and get to flush it out. So, he's going to make his way up and forward. We can see two members of the Rangers now down as they've encountered Windstrike right on the edge of the safe zone. Dixu's down at the point now. Mental down as well. It's just Tamaria as the last person alive, and Windstrike is just flooding down that hillside.
OMG goes out in 8th place behind all of this. It's up to Tamaria here for the Rangers. Some nice shooting. Nice shooting here. Really nice stuff from Tamaria. Trying to hold on for the OP Gaming Rangers. Trying to keep their hopes alive in this tournament. Looks like he might try to go for the res here on DG.
This could be big, but look at this teammate is actually going to the other side, trying to get up Tiksu. You can see the grenades and smokes are starting to come out from Jorski. Nuki is around the side of this, trying to get a little bit of information. OP Rangers very aware of it, goes for the flush back over onto that. So now, more information to now coming into play. But look, Windstrike is just creeping forward with utility after utility. They can kind of sneak around, try to find these angles right on the edge of the smoke, seeing if they can spot out anybody off to the side of this. OP Rangers do manage to get their other member up. So with this, DG just trying to see if he can get anything out of this. Doesn't even have time to go for meds, but 17 Gaming is just getting more and more control. There we go. OP Rangers getting down onto this, so now turn back into a 2v1 as Tamiria goes down. This is going to be very back and forth. Now make that just a 1v1 as Tiksu's holding this angle, and there we go. Windstrike actually gets eliminated. OP Rangers holding a nice angles. Now we've got Shocks just walking right up and decimating it.
Shocks continuing to shock the world here for 17 Gaming. They are absolutely tearing through teams. 8 kills already for them today. I can't believe DG98 though getting that survival. Joxy here looking to get some shots on AXQ. He does get the knock onto K3. Looking to reposition here, seeing if he can find SR. He knows there's one member left. In fact, that is 10 kills here, so they get another one onto the Crusaders.
Incognito making the push up and forward, but it's towards SR. SR has had one hell of a series. He's the guy that always manages to come up with some type of crazy play, getting the damage back over towards Ronan, and cannot do it this time around. But look, it's going to be 17 Gaming firmly aware of where they're at. Now it's just going to take more and more control over this circle at this point as Incognito has to make the push, and the last remaining member of OP Rangers on the other side.
17 Gaming looking to set up here and completely cut Incognito off from this circle. Shu trying to land some shots onto DG98. A lot of smoke there, a lot of utility for DG98 to pick up, and my goodness, shocks.
Look at the commitment coming up from 17 Gaming. They know exactly how this is going down. They sent 3 people over. That grenade could be huge, and yep, that's going to be Ronan going down. A lot of damage coming through. Jerks, he's just trying to make his way forward, and 17 Gaming will just not...